Don't let the aunties hear you. Too late. They already know. They always already know. Before you even knocked upon the door, the aunties had already discussed you furthermore. They've consulted with the ancestors about your case. They know your business. They know your face. They know about the person that you're seeing. They know what you ate and what you're being evasive about that Sunday lunch last week. The aunties are a very different kind of leak of information, faster than the internet, more accurate than anything you get. You think you have a secret? That's adorable. The auntie's intelligence is unignorable. They built the network long before you had a phone. The aunties have been knowing, leave them alone. Aunties know, aunties know, aunties know every place you go. Oh, 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 don't even try. Oh, oh, they see through every lie. Aunties know with their radar wide. Aunties know nothing left to hide. They love you and they monitor you both. From Lagos to the coast. Auntie Ngozi called your mother on Thursday about the person that you've been with since Monday. Information travels faster in this family than any 5G network. It's happening. With the efficiency of decades of practice, the aunties have a system, perfect tactics of knowing, sharing, weighing and advising. Aunties know and they're never surprising because they always knew before you did. Before you even knew yourself, they did. Aunties know. Watch the know high and low, everywhere the family goes. What did she say? She told Auntie BC. What did he do? They already know. How did they find? They always find. Why do we try? You'll never know why. The aunties are a force of nature, that's the truth. They've been this way since their own youth, and their mothers before them, all the same. The auntie network, everyone's to blame. Just accept it, tell them first. A surprise for the aunties is the worst. And here's the thing that nobody says out loud. Behind the knowing and the aunties being proud of information gathered, there is love. The monitoring comes down from above. The concern, the genuine deep care for every family member everywhere. The aunties know because they need to know you're safe and loved and not too far below your potential. The aunties want your best. Aunties know they're passing all the tests. Aunties know. They always know. Aunties know. Just tell them first. It's easier. Trust me, they'll find out anyway. Papa said the old music was the real music. Mama said the new music makes her lose it. In a good way, I said both of you are right. The old soul and the new sound in one night. Fella laid the foundation, we built floors on what he built. That's our tradition, pours from generation into generation, staying true. Old school rules with a brand new view. The drum that beats beneath the 808 was always there. Yeah. We just updated the weight. Not replacing what was built, just adding on. The foundation is the same, the house lives on. The architecture of the culture, strong and real. Old school, new rules, that's the deal. Honoring the past by building on it fully, not by freezing it. That's what we do truly. Old school, new rules, same foundation. Old school, new rules, new generation. The old stays true. The new breaks through. Old school, new rules, honoring the past. Old to only chase the new and shiny. Mr. Def, the old school had the tiny perfections that took decades to achieve, the groove that only experience can weave. And the others who dismissed wasn't new. Missed the innovation, something fresh and true that the younger adding to the conversation. Old school, new rules, cultural continuation, the best of both traditions in one voice. Oh, oh. Old school, new rules, that's the conscious choice. Oh, oh. Old school, new rules. Oh, oh, oh. Watch the generations, let it flow. Old school, new rules, high and low in the music. Watch the culture grow. I dance to Fela and to Burna on the same night. I play Miriam Makeba and Tim side by side. I hold the archive and I hold the new release. Old school, new rules, that's my piece. The talking drum underneath the synth pad, the choral melody beneath the 808 bass had always been there. We just found new ways to say the same two things in different days. Old school foundation, new school expression. Old school wisdom, new school lesson. And when I have children, I will teach them both, the ancient and the modern, that's the oath. I play them Fela before they know the word for jazz. Let the talking drum be heard before the trap hi-hat. Let them know the roots before the fruit, the root before the fruit. Old school, new rules, they'll understand. When they're older, they'll take my hand and walk the bridge between the old and new. Oh, oh, old school, new rules, passing it to you. Oh, oh, old school, new rules, same love, different expression. Same love, always the same love. Deeper now, the midnight goes deeper. Come deeper. There's a version of the night that only some people find, the deeper layer underneath the regular midnight, where the music slows to something more like water, where the self dissolves and all that's left is daughter of the rhythm and the dark and the moving air. This is where I go when life becomes too bare, too bright, too loud, too much to navigate. The deeper midnight is the antidote, the gate between the performance and the real. The deeper midnight is where I can feel. Go deeper than the surface of the beat. The deeper midnight is where we meet, where the tribal and the electronic share the same pulse, the same dark, the same air, where the ancient and the future are the same thing. The deeper midnight, hear it sing. Afro midnight deep, feel the undertow. Afro midnight deep, let the darkness show. Oh, oh, not the scary kind. Oh, oh, the peace you find. Oh, oh, Afro midnight deep. Oh, oh, below the baseline. Oh, oh, Afro midnight deep, where everything's fine. The version of the night that heals. Afro midnight deep, only music reveals. The electronic and the tribal share a womb. Both came from the darkness, both fill up a room with something that the body understands before the mind can process its demands. The drum was always technology, a tool to transmit something sacred, keep the fool at bay. The fool who thinks that music's just entertainment. Music is a must, as water, as necessary as breath. The deeper midnight knows its truth by rote. Afro midnight deep. Oh, 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 oh. Watch the darkness as it glows. Afro midnight deep. Oh, oh. High and low, oh, in the deep place. Watch the performance. Below the day, below the role you've been playing, to where you actually live. You actually live here, in the deep midnight. This is your natural habitat. The deep, honest, unperformed self. The midnight knows you, let it. And in the morning when the alarm goes off and the performance resumes, you'll carry something from the deeper midnight in your chest. A knowledge of your deepest self, the rest of the day can't touch it, it's yours. The deeper midnight open hidden doors to the version of yourself that's always true. Afro midnight deep, the real you. Afro midnight deep. Stay a while. Nobody needs you at the surface right now. Stay deep. Stay real. Stay. Every thread a story, every color a meaning. Wearing glory. My grandmother unwrapped it from the chest, told me every pattern's to the test of time and clan and ceremony bright, gold and black and red in morning light. The weavers of Bonwire know what they make. Each triple cloth is history, no mistake. In the pattern because there are no mistakes. In the language of the cloth the weaver takes. From the loom, every decision deliberate. Every color chosen, nothing separate. Run away, they can't tear away. Every name of every ancestor who wore the same pattern. Every ceremony, every rite of passage, birth and marriage, day and night. A celebration woven into thread. The Kente carries everything unsaid. Kente, thread by thread. Kente, where's the unsaid? Oh, every color means more than it seems. Kente, royalty and grief and birth. Kente, every celebration's worth. The finest cloth the loom has ever made. Kente, culture that will never fade. They try to sell it as exotic fashion, a tourist item missing all their passion, or what it actually means to those who know that Kente is a document, a flow of information coded into silk that says this family, this clan, this ilk of human beings standing in this place belongs to this specific time and space. The Kente cannot be reduced to pretty. The Kente is the Ghana every city. Watch the colors as they flow. Gold for royalty, black for the ancestors, green for growth and all the harvesters, red for the blood that paid for what we have, blue for the peace that follows every war. Every color in the Kente holds a meaning, every thread a word in a conversation that started before the Uyghur was born and continues after the cloth is worn to ceremony and stored back in the chest for the next generation. The next test, wearing it with knowledge, wearing it right. My daughter will wear it on her graduation, her wedding and her mourning, every station of her life marked in the Kente's language. I'll teach her every pattern, every bandage of culture wrapped around the living day. The Kente is the thing I'll always say. I'm proudest of the inheritance, most rich. Every pattern, every color stitch, connecting her to everyone who came before her. All the ones who wore the same Kente. 20 people under one roof at the weekend. The concept of alone was something we transcend. Immediately upon arrival in the gate, privacy was lovely, but it always came too late. My grandmother's compound held a universe. Every cousin a new chapter, every verse of the family story playing out in real time. The compound was the reason and the rhyme for everything I understand about belonging. The root of every homesick and the longing. I didn't know how lucky I was then to be surrounded by that much. I know it now. Every irritating noise and why and when was love in the language I understand now. The aunties asking questions, that was care. The uncles giving unsolicited advice, they were there. Compound living, everybody home. Compound living, nobody alone. Oh, the noise and the joy, every girl and boy. Compound living, this is what I miss. Compound living, nothing quite like this. The organized chaos of the extended clan. Compound living, our original plan. Auntie's voice, the volume of a radio station, announcing every meal like a proclamation. Uncle sitting in his chair with his opinions, dispensing wisdom like it was his dominions. Grandmama presiding over everything, the quiet center of the whole machine. Her word, the final word, the look that ended every argument. Just took one glance and everything resolved. Every compound mystery was solved by her, the gravity that held it all together. Oh, compound living, oh, watch the memories as they flow. Compound living, high and low in the compound, watch the love grow. Now we live in separate flats and houses, separate cities, separate spouses, and the WhatsApp group is how we gather now. But nothing quite replaced the compound. How could it? Nothing digital can hold the warmth of 20 people, young and old, eating from the same enormous pot, sharing everything, giving what they've got. The compound taught me everything I know about community. That's where I learned to grow. I wanna take my children to the compound, want them to feel what it means to be found in a crowd of people who all share your name, to feel the beautiful particular claim of family in its fullest, widest sense. The compound was my first and best defense against the loneliness the world can bring. The compound taught me everything about what matters when you strip it back. Compound living, nothing that we lack. Compound living. I'd give anything to go back for just one Sunday, just one. The smell of it, the sound of it, just one more Sunday. The best love letter was never written. It was cooked slowly with intention. She doesn't say I love you the direct way. She says it through the okra soup today. The time she spent on drawing out the slime is measured in affection every time. She woke at 6 to soak the stockfish first, to get the flavor that she knows I've nursed. A craving for since I was old enough to know that okra soup meant everything just so. The ratio of crayfish to the pepper, the palm oil added late are getting better. Some languages of love are spoken on the stove. Not every mother came equipped with words alone. The women who cooked for us in silence were saying everything. That's the alliance between the body's need and love's expression. Okra soup, love's first and finest lesson. Okra soup, that's how she loves. Okra soup from heaven above. Slime and stockfish sweet. Nothing I won't eat. The recipe is love. Okra soup, nothing else is enough. Every pot she made said what she couldn't say. Okra soup, I love you every day. My daughter asked me how to say I miss you. Without using words, I handed her a tissue. For the onions we were cutting, said I'll show her how to tell someone you love them even slower than the speech allows. Through preparation, through the patience of the long, slow simmering station of the pot that holds the family together. Okra soup for every kind of weather, for the celebrations and the ordinary Tuesday, for the grief she always made it on the hard days. Okra soup, oh oh oh, watch the love as it slowly flows. Okra soup, high and low in the kitchen, watch the love grow. Teach me how you make it, mama, I don't wanna lose it when you're gone. I need the recipe in my body so the love can carry on. What's the ratio of crayfish to the pepper? What makes yours the best? She laughed and said, I measure nothing, I just cook with love. The rest takes care of itself. The love is the ingredient, the most important one. I've been putting love in this pot since before you were born. Okra soup, that's what you've been eating all this time, love. Now I cook it for my own on Sunday. The recipe imperfect, not quite her way, but close enough that when I take the first taste, I find her there somehow, unhurried and unhasted. Be patient in the flavor, she is there in every bowl of okra soup, everywhere I'll ever cook it, she will be inside the pots, the love that cannot hide from those who know what love tastes like. Okra soup, my mother, my birthright. Okra soup, best thing ever made. Okra soup, best love letter ever. Thank you, mama, I finally understand everything you were saying. Thank you. Some music comes from the same place. No matter where it started, listen. The blues came from the same soil as my song, before the ocean made the distance long. The field holler and the talking drums speak the same language to the same heartache week. After a week of missing what was taken, of building something new when you've been shaken. From your roots, the blues and I have this in common. Two traditions of the beautifully broken. People who turn suffering into something so beautiful it changed the world. That's something. They took us to different places, same departure. The music that emerged required the same armor of the soul, the ability to transform the worst into the beautiful. That's the norm. For African people in diaspora, we made the most extraordinary art from heartbreak. Afro blues, feeling the connection. Afro It just found different instruments to hold. Afro blues, one original story told. Billie Holiday and my grandmother would know each other's pain across the centuries flow. Different words but the same weight behind them. Different skies but the same stars to find them. The blues is just the Afrobeats stored down by the particular gravity of being far from home. Both came from that particular kind of love that asked the sky to send something from above. When the earth is taking everything away, the music, the only thing that chose to stay. Afro blues, watch the music as it flows, high and low, in the sorrow, watch the beauty grow. When I play this, mama, do you hear it? The blues that travel, do you feel it? That it came from somewhere we both know, that the root was always us, the oldest flow. Billy knew what we knew, Muddy Waters too. The blues is just the Afrobeat gone through the particular experience of being taken and arriving somewhere and being shaken into something new. The blues is us, Afro blues, the original fuss. And now the world calls blues American, calls jazz American. But listen again, beneath the accent and the instrument, the African original is evident in every blue note, every bent guitar string, every moan. The African original thing surface into the history of loss, into the beauty that was worth the cost. Afro blues, we gave the world its soul. Afro blues, we made the broken whole. Afro blues, one original sorrow. Afro blues, one original song. Afro blues, found in two places, always the same, always us. Yeah, before the rain, know something we don't yet, but the body knows, the body always knows first. Everything goes quiet before the rain arrives. The birds stop, the dust settles, everything derives a stillness from the knowledge of what's coming, a silence that is full rather than numbing. The sky turns a particular shade of gray, that only West African skies turn in that way. The air carries the promise of the water, like a mother whispering to her daughter that something good is about to arrive. Be still, be patient, be alive. This moment before the rain is its own thing, more beautiful than the falling. The before, the anticipation of the everything that the sky is about to pour. The held breath of a world about to receive. The held breath, that's the part I most believe in. The before, the edge of the good thing. Before the rain, the world holds its breath. Before the rain, nothing left to test. Oh, the anticipation, oh, beautiful sensation. Before the rain, the most honest kind of quiet, before the riot of the downpour and the flooding and the cool. Before the rain, nature's finest tool. I smell it first, that specific earth that rises from the ground in a kind of rebirth of ancient molecules returning home. The petrichord, the most beautiful of all colognes, and the first fat drop on the zinc roof. A single sound that serves as the proof that the sky has kept its oldest promise. The rain is here and nobody is the solace, but the rain itself, the complete fulfillment of everything anticipated. The installment before the rain. Oh, oh, watch the world as the tension grows. Before the rain, high and low, in the waiting, watch the beauty show. And then it falls, and everything releases. Every tense thing, every waiting thing. The soil opens like it's been wanting this all along. The children run outside. The adults smile, the same smile they've smiled since childhood. Before the rain becomes during the rain, and the world is washed clean, and everything is possible again and again and again. I wanna live my life in the before the rain, the anticipation, holding all the game of what is coming, trustful and alive. The petrichor of promise that's to thrive, not in the having but the knowing it approaches. The trust that the good thing always encroaches on the dry time, patience, certain near. Before the rain, nothing left to fear. Before the rain, that moment, hold it, hold it. Let it break, let it pour. It's raining. We're not going anywhere. Good. I was hoping for this. The rains came down and washed the city clean, and we were caught inside, you know what I mean. There was nowhere to be and no excuse to leave this room and break this sweet recluse. From the outside world that's asking things of us, from the schedule and the meeting and the fuss, just the rain against the window in your face, and everything slowing to a perfect pace. The kind of pace that only rainy days can force. The beautiful involuntary pause. Rainy season has a way of keeping things where they should be, between the two wings of whatever this is, whatever we call it. I'll take the rain if this is what it falls with. The inconvenience of the flooding street is worth this, us inside complete. Rainy season love, we're staying in. Rainy season love, where do we begin? Oh, the thunder in your voice, oh, making all this noise. Rainy season love, the word outside can't wait. Rainy season love, we're running very late for everything except this is on time. Rainy season love, you're mine. The generator's off and so's the light, but the phone torch and your company is right. Enough illumination for the night. The rain is writing something on the roof of corrugated iron. That's the proof that Africa has its own romantic language, written in the downpours, because a bandage of sound. The rain a healer and a keeper of us. In this room, nowhere deeper to go, nowhere better to be. Rainy season love, oh, oh. Watch the way the rain falls slow. Rainy season love, soft and low in the rain. Watch the love grow. Let it rain on everything. Wash away the weak, wash away the noise. Leave us here in this particular one of two people choosing to be still in the kind that only grows in water. When the dry season comes and everything is dust and harmattan, I'll remember this, the rainy afternoon and what it brought. The involuntary stillness, what we caught inside at each other, slow and clear. Rainy season love, I want you here through all the seasons, not just when the rain forces us together again and again. By choice I choose you in the sun too. Rainy season love, I choose you. Rainy season love, don't stop raining. Not yet, not yet. Stay a little longer. Rain. Harmattan is here. Everything is dry, even the longing, especially the longing. The harmattan came and took the moisture out of everything, including my doubt about whether we were over. Now I know the dry air takes away all the undertow of complicated feelings, leaves the clear of what is true when everything is said and dry. You miss me, that's the truth. Harmattan stripped it back to proof. The moisture was the confusion, the excuses. Now only the bare essential uses remain. The simple fact, I love you still. The Saharan wind carries no lies. It clears the haze from in between our eyes. What remains when everything is stripped is what was always true before the script of daily life covered it in comfortable layers. Harmattan, honest beyond all prayers. Harmattan, dry and true. Harmattan, me and you. Oh, the dust settles on. Oh, I was always strong. Harmattan, clearing everything away. Harmattan, what remains is what will stay. The love beneath the complications real. Harmattan, that's the only thing I feel. My lips are dry and so is this confession. I miss you with a harmattan precision, sharp and clear and unromantic in this way. Just the bare fact of the missing every day. No flowers in this landscape, no disguise. Just the red dust and the pale harmattan skies. And underneath them, honest as the season, I love you and I've never needed reason. The harmattan asks only for the truth, and the truth is you. Since youth, harmattan, oh, oh, oh. Watch the dust as it settles slow. Harmattan, high and low in the dryness, only true things show. When the rains come back and everything turns green again, will you still be here? Or did the dry season take you with it when it went? The harmattan is honest. I'm trying to be honest too. I want you here. When the rains come, I want you here. For all the seasons, not just the dry one. Meanwhile the harmattan does its work, clearing every corner, every quirk of the self I hid beneath the comfortable weather. Stripping back until there's only the tether between me and what I actually need. Harmattan, planting the honest of a love that doesn't need the green season to survive. That's the truer reason to stay, to love in the harmattan too. Not just when it's easy, in the dry, still true. Harmattan, dry and honest, dry and true. Still here, still true. Day's almost done. Look at that sky. Only Legos does it like this. The sun is making Legos beautiful again, forgiving all the noise and heat and strain of the dead air, and so fast I barely caught it. But the sunset says, you lived it, don't forget it. The third mainland bridge from this high window looks like a necklace on the city shadow, and I'm quiet in a way I really am. There goes sundown, everything is calm. The traffic far below reduced to amber dots. The city softening, connecting all the dots. The day gives back the colors at the end, the way a good person always tries to mend what the rush of living tends to damage. The sundown is the city's final message of beauty. After all of it's still beautiful, after everything's still full. Lake or sundown, painting everything. Lake or sundown, what the colors bring. Oh, gold on the lagoon. Oh, rising orange moon. Lego sundown, thank you for the day. Lego sundown, washing it away. All the hard parts and the beautiful ones too. Lego sundown, I made it through. I called my mother at 5:30 like I do. She asked how the day was, I said true and hard and full and sometimes very good. She laughed and said exactly as it should be. This life of yours that you've been building, the sundown is the period, still the gilding is real. The gold is real, this life is real. Lego sundown, this is what I feel when the day that nearly broke me finds its end, and the sunset comes and starts to mend. Lego sundown, oh, watch the golden colors flow. Lego sundown, high and low in the sunset, watch the gratitude grow. Sit with it a moment before the evening starts, before the notifications, before the next demands of night begin. Sit with the sundown, just for this one breath. This beautiful, impossible city is holding you right now. After everything it put you through today, it's holding you. And go, let it hold you. Tomorrow will have its own particular heart, its own particular beauty on the card of the life that keeps on living forward, yes. But tonight the sundown is the full address of where I am and who I am and what I'm grateful for. The closing of the cut of another day, the sunset suturing, the open edges Lego securing me in gold the way it always does at the end of every day. Because Lego sundown, one more day, one more beautiful, difficult day. Thank you, Legos. Thank you for the sundown, always. runners, the ones still here, and the ones gone ahead. She smelled of camphor and of shade, and something I can't name that went away. The day she did, a scent I've tried to find in every market stall I've left behind. Her hands were maps of everything she'd done, the lines and spots, the evidence of sun, and working years and love and discipline. The most beautiful hands I've ever seen. I used to hold them and trace every line. I didn't know I was memorizing, but I have her eyes, they told me that. I have her stubborn, I'm glad for that. I have the way she laughed at her own jokes. I have the way she saw through people's cloaks of pretense. With one look I have that too. Everything I am, Nana, I got from you. Nana, I think of you in songs. Nana, where do the departed go? I hope somewhere bright, somewhere past the night. Nana, I still talk to you, Nana, like you can still hear me through the distance between the living and the gone. Nana, your love carries on. She gave me my full name one morning when no one else was up without warning. She said, listen, this name means a thing. It means this and this and this. Everything was packed into the syllables she chose. Before I was born, before anyone knows the child your name, and she already knew. My name was already a gift from her to you. She saw me before I arrived. Somehow grandmothers see things I understand now. Now, in the quiet, hear her still. She's with me still. I never told her what she meant to me, not directly, not the way that she should hear. Now the chance is gone, and the missing has no bottom. Some days it's manageable, and some days it arrives without warning. In the middle of the market, in the smell of something cooking, and I have to stop and breathe and say, Nana, I should have said it. Every day I should have said it. I love you, I love you, I love you. But I believe she knew the way they know things that aren't said, the grandmothers know. The unspoken love, they feel it in the room. They know when you're near, they know when you assume they'll always be there, and then they're not. And all the unsaid things become the knot you carry. I carry it and I will, until I see her, and I'll say it, I will. Say it properly then, every word. Nana, I hope you already heard. Nana, I hope you heard it. All the times I didn't say it, I hope you heard it anyway. I think you did. You always knew things. You always knew. Still water runs deep and carries everything without announcing itself, without rushing. I don't always need to speak to know I'm here. I don't always need to speak to know I'm here. I don't always need to move to feel the clear. Certainty of being, of existing, of enough, of being here inside the ordinary stuff, of breathing and a witness in the day. Still water in me finding its own way to peace. Not the dramatic kind, not earned through struggle, just the kind that's always there, waiting to be noticed, patient, deep. Still water running beneath the sleep and waking beneath the noise. Always there, still water doesn't announce itself, it just is patient, full and deep. It doesn't fight the banks that hold it, it doesn't fight the current, it just flows. And in the flowing carries everything. Still water knows what the rushing doesn't know. Still water running deep in me. Still water setting the spirit free. Oh, no noise required. Oh, nothing else desired. Still water carrying everything I am. Still water always following the plan of finding the lowest point and filling in. Still water, absolutely infinite. The deepest things I know I learned in quiet, not in the conference rooms, polite riot, but in the moments between the scheduled things. When the water in me settles and it sings, a frequency below the range of hearing, a truth below the threshold of appearing in my daily face, but present, always present. The still water, the deepest and most pleasant of all the cells I carry, the most true. The still water, the me that only I knew. Still watch the stillness as it glows. Still water, soft and low in the quiet. Watch the deep things show. Just breathe. The still water in you is still there, under everything you've been carrying, under the day, under the worry, under the performance, under the strong face, under the competent face, under all of it. Still water. It didn't go anywhere. It never goes anywhere. It's been waiting for you to come back to it, to be still. You can come back now. It's safe. Be still. And the practice of returning to the still, of drinking from the deep instead of the thrill of the surface and the rushing. That's the work, not the work that shows, the work that lurks beneath the visible achievements, the inside work of being still, of learning to reside in the still water version of myself. The quiet is the true, is the most felt version, not the performed one, the real one. Still water, the only necessary one. Still water, deep and clear, always here, always here. Come back to it whenever you need, it's always here. Come back to it whenever you need, it's always here. Sleep, my little one, sleep. The night is safe. I am here. Close your eyes, the moon is watching over you. Every star above was polished just for you. The ancestors are gathered at your bed, putting blessed dreams inside your little head. You don't know it yet, but you are so weighted by every prayer that every elder stated. Before you came, before we knew your face, you were already filling up this space with the particular love that only you could bring. This family was waiting for you. Sleep now, little one, the world can wait. Tomorrow is enough, tonight just be safe. The prayers are standing guard around this room. The love is thick as honey, it's your womb of safety. You were made for being held. Sleep now, every fear is being felt. Afro lullaby, rest your head. Afro lullaby, safe in bed. Oh, the night will hold you. Oh, love has told you. Oh, Afro lullaby, you are adored. Afro lullaby, every prayer outpoured into the vessel of your sleeping breath. Afro lullaby, beyond life and death. I sang this to myself when I was small. My mother's voice, the softest thing of all. And now I am the voice above your head, passing down the lullaby instead. You'll sing it to your babies when it's time. This melody will cross the years like mine, a thread of love connecting all the nights, from grandmother to daughter. All the lights of all the bedroom candles ever lit, while the mother sang and watched and sat. Afro lullaby, oh, watch the little one as the breathing slows. Afro lullaby, soft and low in the sleeping, watch the wonder grow. Sleep, little one. The world is big, but you are bigger. You'll understand that one day. But tonight, just sleep. Just sleep. The morning will bring its own gifts. Tonight the gift is rest. And I am here, I will always be here. Whatever the morning brings, I will be here. And as I watch you sleeping in this dark, I feel the full weight of this sacred mark of parenthood, of being the first voice that says to you you're loved. That's my choice and my privilege, the holiest thing I have ever done or ever will bring into the world is singing in the dark for you. This love, this small and sacred ark of sound, the lullaby, the oldest prayer that says to every child, someone is there. Sleep, you are so loved, so very loved, more than you will ever know until you have your own. Sleep. Sleep. This is for everything. Everything survived. Everything given. Everything received. Everything that made us this. I came into this world with a particular cry that nobody else will cry when they eventually die. Into a family that was perfectly imperfect, a culture that was perfectly complex, a continent that was perfectly ancient, a spirit that was perfectly patient and impatient all at once. The contradiction of being fully human, that's the fiction we tell when we pretend it's simple. The truth is layered deep and full and ample.
Grace is not the absence of the struggle.
Grace is what you find inside the rubble
Of the things that fell and had to fall.
Grace is what remained through it all, not the polished version,
The real one,
the grace that shows up when everything's undone and you're still there. That's grace.
Afro grace,
She carries herself well,
Afro grace,
with a story left to tell. Oh, through everything she came through. Oh, still standing,
still true.
Afro grace, not perfect but complete.
Oh, grace,
Accepting the defeat that taught her what the victory means.
Afro grace,
The beauty in between. And now I stand here at this particular point in the story that was mine to anoint with meaning. That's the job we're given here, to make the meaning clear. From the chaos and the love and the loss, from the compound and the ocean and the cross of every road I've traveled to arrive at this. I am grateful to be alive and grateful for the difficulty too. Without it I would not have grown into you. Watch the gracefulness as it flows.
Afro grace.
High and low, in the living, watch the beauty grow.
Oh, 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 oh.
For the grandmothers who prayed this into being, for the mothers who kept going without seeing the outcome, who just kept the fire lit through every season, never letting it go out. For them,
This song,
for every woman who kept carrying on, for every daughter who will carry after me. This is the grace,
this is the key.
not the achievement and the recognition. The grace in the everyday, the quiet mission of being fully human, fully here, fully alive. That's Afro grace, that's how we survive, and more than survive,
That's how we thrive.
and when they ask me what I leave behind, I want to leave a song that helps them find their own particular grace in their own life. Not a copy of my joy or of my strife, but the permission to be fully what they are. As African, as woman, as a star in their own story, not a supporting role. Afro grace, the fullness of a soul, complete in its own particular way. Afro grace for every living day.
Afro grace,
In everything, in every voice, in every woman, in every daughter, in every grandmother, in every song, in every difficult, beautiful day. Afro grace was always here, always here.